is. Welcome to Hardcore Enduro, where it's all about getting out, riding the hard stuff. I'm George, guy behind the bars and the voice behind the mic, and I'm getting after this bomb run right here. We are racing today the Shamrocks Dual European Scramble, and I've never done the European Scramble before. A little bit different rules for desert racing out here, and pretty cool. I did like this quite a bit. Doing really good on this bomb run though. Dang, just going quick. I think I came out about 7th on the bomb run here, so doing really good. But the way this works, you got 2 races today, and you got to sign up for them individually, and they break up the races so that not every class and not everyone's racing at the same time. So this is kind of cool. We're doing course B here, 8 miles long, and it's run like a GP, so as many laps as you can do within an hour. And I got, whoa, dang, there's Brian coming in hot on the outside, getting the passes, going the inside turn. Well done, bravo. That's racing right there. If you ain't passing, you ain't racing. Anyways, so it's as many laps as you can do, and this course here, a little bit more technical, a little bit more rocky than course A, which we'll run in the afternoon. You get quite a big gap between the races, and course A starts at 2, so this was at 9:30, got done about 10:30, got to go back to the rig, take a shower, dry off, relax. And I was feeling pretty good, got a good lunch in me, and then I started to stiffen up. My legs were getting stiff, and I was like, oh man, I still got a race. And I was feeling some stiffness, you know, it's getting old. Oh, look at this quad blocking the course. This kid got his quad right in the middle of the racetrack here. But he didn't know that. He was probably just having a good time going up the hill, and then all his dirt bikers came raining down on him. He's like, oh crap, and then stalled it right in the middle of the course. All right, sweet, starting to open up here. My goal for the first lap here was just kind of filling it out, so I'm right at about 75% of effort, which is sitting on top about 40% of conditioning. So I don't know how that math works out, but I'm gonna take it a little bit easy, just kind of see the course out here. And I'm riding. I got Brian in front of me. Brian and Jason, they went back and forth a little bit back there, as you saw. Jason actually takes off, and we'll see him a little bit later in the I think lap 3 we'll catch back up to Jason there. But Brian's out there ahead of me, and I'm just gonna kind of cruise behind him. Yeah, I'm seeing the bikes just set up a little too stiff. So bike setup and tire setup for today. I'm coming from my hard enduro bike setup of very soft suspension and very soft, squishy, flat rear tires. So I don't do that for the fast races out here in the desert for the Hare and Hounds and for this desert scramble here. I change it up, so I really stiffen my clickers, almost ran them all the way in as far as the compression rebound and in the rear as well. I went pretty far, pretty stiff, because I know we're gonna go fast, and these big whoops that they have out here in the desert just really can just crush you if your suspension's too soft, you know, because you'll bottom out, and it just really, you know, your thighs and your legs, you just crush, you get crushed. And anyway, so I stiffened up the suspension. I was saying I just had it a little bit too stiff. So when I ride in the afternoon, I'm gonna back off. Oh, look at Brian struggling a little bit on this little technical uphill. I'm not gonna say technical, but it's not really technical. Compared to just flat open whoops, yes, a little bit of rocks dodging, you know, so it makes it a little bit trickier, I guess. But so the afternoon race, I will back off the clickers. I think I went 4 clicks softer for the compression. I left the bottom fine for the rebound, and then the back I went a little bit softer as well. I was really feeling these, like right here, these big whoops here. My back end was kind of bouncing left to right, kind of doing a little wag, you know, so I could tell that was just a little too stiff, because it was getting kicked out. Like when I go over the big whoops, I could feel that rear tire just going left and right and left and right, just going sideways on me. And so I know it just was skipping across, not really absorbing the hit as good as it should. And when I changed it for the second afternoon race, oh, it felt so much better. Got a little bit of a rocky climb right here. Yeah, and then the front was being a little bit too stiff, just a little bit feedback to those handlebars there, and but still get through. I mean, it wasn't too hard. I was gonna say this course is not technically a hard race. You are hauling balls though. When you haul balls, anything can happen. So you are stressed out for pretty much the whole race. You're just like, oh my God, please don't hit anything. There was a lot of dust today. There was no wind for the morning race. The afternoon race had a slight little breeze, but the way the breeze worked, actually the sun played a bigger factor. And I'll point that out in the race this afternoon. But this morning, really dusty. I know there's no dust right here, but when you go for a pass, you get right behind somebody. It was just really hard. And you'll see in the afternoon that both courses today were just super damn dusty. And you had to pick an outside line to find any clean air. Going pretty quick up this side. It's a slight grade. And on the back side, it's going to have this rocky little twisty downhill. Kind of catches you off guard. Coming up here, slamming on the brakes. Oh, got to get down these rocks, come to the right. You could go straight right there. And if I had my softer suspension setup, I think I could just go straight, kind of straighten out the course. But coming over to the right here, it's a little bit cleaner through the rocks. Catching up to Brian there. Come on, Brian, you got to go through this rocky stuff a little quicker than that. Now, rear tire I'm running today is the IRC VE33S. Got the big knobs on it, a little bit softer compound, so it does really good for the sandy conditions out here in Spangler. Oh, got some big whoops. Look at the shadow, look at the bike, look at that compression going on. Trixie, she's getting a workout today. That rear tire is really good, so you got a really sandy corner like this. She got the big knobs on her and she bites. She goes. So that's a good choice for the race today. You could go with the M5B that has even the bigger knobs, but it's a hard rubber tire and it's really made for a track, I'd say. If you got any rocks and stuff like that, I think the M5B, just as being a little bit harder, it kind of loses traction a little bit. So I like the VE33S just because if you get over to some rocky section like those boulders that we've gone over, that softer compounds really going to help that tire keep that traction, especially when you get the stiffer suspension. So you got the stiffer suspension with a little bit softer tire. I think it matches up well together. Now, if you're going to hit a track, then you can do the M5B, or if you're just going straight up hill climbing, then you can do the M5B, something like that. Now the course goes by pretty darn quick. We're almost coming up to the end of lap 1. We're doing about 13-minute laps here, which is kind of cool. I mean, by lap 2 and 3, I'm like, man, I was just here. It's a lot different than the Hare and Hounds when you're racing out there for hours and you haven't seen anyone and you're just like, man, is anyone else out here? Maybe I'm the last one left. It starts playing mind games with you on the Hare and Hounds. You haven't seen anyone in a long time. Oh, big whoops next to these railroad tracks here. Man, if you guys race this, you know what I'm talking about. You're not looking forward to this little section of the course here. There's a big old choppy whoops. Was going a little too slow, so I was missing the sweet spot of flying over the top of the whoops here. And you get too slow, and then you're just kind of crushing, smashing into the front side of each of those whoops here. But we're coming up to the end of the first lap. Went by pretty quick. Yeah. I got Mike right behind me. I can hear him revving. I'm going through these little twisties, and I was just thinking, just don't dump the bike over to wash the front end out. Pressure was on. I can't fall in front of the crowd there. I still had a little bit of arm pump, and I'm just waiting for it to kind of go away. You are going fast. In these fast sections, I don't have a steering stabilizer, so I get the speed wobbles. You really go fast. I get a little bit of speed wobble, so I gotta hold on even harder. And so, there's Mike. See, he's raring to go, and his arm pump's gone. He's like, all right, I'm ready to get after it. I just gotta wait for that arm pump to get away so I can really grab on Trixie here, and she doesn't send me flying as we're racing down the track. One lap. Well, that was about a mile back there, you dummy. we're coming up to that little rocky section up here. And keep an eye, so I started keeping track, keep an eye on the other riders. So you're starting to tell, it's like poker. You want to see their tell, like what do they struggle with or what are they good at, you know? They're going to let you know, okay, where you can gain ground on guys or where you have a chance to pass guys. So Brian struggles a little bit through this rocky section. So if I'm going to pass him, it's going to be hard for me to pass him on the open whoop sections because he's really quick, but I'll be able to get him at the more rocky technical section. So I'm already thinking about that. You know, when you guys race, you're trying to find out each other's strengths and weaknesses. All right, the kid's got his quad out of the way. Hope he's having a good time out here. I think they do have a quad race. So he might be one of the quad racers out here just getting some practice in. Anyways, running 7th still, so I'm still 7th. But I'm in race mode now. Arm pump is starting to go away. And I can't let these guys get too far away from me, so I gotta stay in the hunt. And really close enough where I can make a move when I need to make a move. When they have a mistake, I'm gonna capitalize on it. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. The dust is killer though, oh my God. So every once in a while I'll try to find an outside line just to get some fresh air in the lungs. I mean, I'm breathing in a pound of dirt during this race. If this was a football game and you have football players breathing in as much dirt as we are, they'd be filing claims of asthma and all kinds of respiratory problems. They'd be sitting on the sidelines with oxygen tanks on them and everything. And we are just riding out here breathing a pound of dirt every single time we ride. Man, look how fast this is. This is very fast, folks. I'm having to hold on extra hard to Trixie here because I don't got that steering stabilizer, and she's just, yeah, did you hear it? I just said arm pump right there. So I'm really feeling it, having to hold on harder through all this speed wobbles here. But I'm getting her done. It'll go away by the end of this loop, and then 3rd and 4th loop, arm pump is gone. All right, Brian's up there. I think Mike got him. So Mike's up ahead, and some action's about to finally go down. We're gonna be passing here. If you ain't passing, you ain't racing. And I'm gonna get some passing going on right here. So I know there's that little hard, I mean, it's not hard. I keep saying hard, but it's a little bit of a technical up and down hill. And Mike, on the 2nd hill, Mike goes down. I don't see that. So my eyes are on Brian right now. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get Brian on this section. I gotta go for a pass because he's gonna slow down. And he goes right here. There's a bush up the hill that Mike crashed. He's behind. I don't see him. Brian slows down. He sees him. I come flying through. Almost run right over Mike right there. I felt so bad. I saw Brian slowing down, so I was like, oh, here's my chance to pass. Yeah, that was a sketchy pass right there. You got very lucky. But I apologize, Brian. I didn't mean for it to go that way. I didn't know that you were slowing down because Mike had fallen on the hill right there. And because I was looking at you, and I just didn't see him, so my bad. Luckily, nothing bad happened from it. I was like, man, that could have been a lot worse than it was. Getting off the course here. Come back right, Georgie. Where are you going? You got to get up that rocky hill that's over here. For the front tire, I run that VX40 from IRC, and it's not a fatty. It's like an in-between size, so it's at 2190/90. So it's a little bit wide, but it's not the fatty wide. So I think it just tracks a lot better on ruts. When you trail ride, it doesn't try to climb out of the ruts as much as the fatty does. But it is still wider, so it still does good in the sand. I had many points today where I felt the bike kind of to tuck in, kind of washing out a little bit, but I was able to catch it every single time, and I blame that more just on riding skill and body position than the actual tire. The tire did really good. I do run a Moose in there, another plushie for the front, and I feel like it's just a good setup for me. My style of riding, I'm very comfortable with. All right, coming down, this is that technical kind of winding downhill. Catching John right there in front of me. So this technical stuff, I'm able to catch some of these guys. So that's a good sign. You get into the flat open stuff and they really take off. Now, as I come across here, you get a good chance to look at the shadow of Trixie, and you can just see how the bike, the suspension is really working, and that stiffer suspension is helping me out because these are some big whoops, big hits, and I'm able to keep charging it, and she's taking it. Like if I had my soft set up here, I'd just be getting smashed, bottoming out, and then would be bucking me off the other side, where here I'm not getting bucked off. It is a little too stiff for some of the smaller whoops, so I'm getting kind of that wag left and right. You know, that rear tire just kind of bouncing a little bit too much. I'm not bottoming out. She's just kind of bouncing left and right as I skip over the top of the whoops. The front end is staying pretty true and steady. Hasn't bottomed out, so I know it could go a little bit softer in that front. But watch coming up here, I'm gonna get kicked out pretty far. The bike goes pretty sideways, right there. Yeah, I mean, you can't tell because I was seeing the front tire, but that back end is like a foot to the left, and you can really tell that back end's getting kicked around a little bit too much. So I know the back's just a little too stiff. It's not bottoming out, it's just a little too stiff, so I'm skipping a little bit too much. Yeah, catch your breath. I'm already dreading the big whoops that go along the train tracks up here, so I'm like, just catch your breath right here, Georgia. You survived the train track whoops and get on to lap 3. You got a little bit of a crowd showing up. Yeah, what's up, fellas? Yeah, right here, these are those big old steep whoops. I'd rate these about a C or a D. They're not the double Ds. Trust me, folks, there's some double D size whoops out here, but those aren't them. These are pretty big, though. I'd get between a C and a D. Gotta have a whoop rating, and I think that works pretty good. I think we all understand what I'm talking about. All right, we're into lap 2, start of lap 3. Come on, Georgie. People want to hear Trixie sing. Open her up. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part up here. So I'm gonna go right a little bit, trying to get it out of the dust a little bit. And it's come up high right, and there's a bush with a rock right behind it. It's coming up quick. It's right to the right there. That bush to the right, rock right behind it. So, I mean, I'm watching it now, but when I was riding, I was like, "Ooh, that came out of nowhere." I forget which hare and hound I was racing last year, and I clipped the rock, and it sent me flying over the bars and got my first DNF. So I was thinking about that. Don't clip those rocks. They can pop out of nowhere. All right, we got that little rocky section coming up here. Let's see how fast I can get on through it. Got John right there. All right, go get him. Catch him. So we got someone right in front of you. It really pushes you on to get them. No dust right here, which is nice, so I can make up a lot of ground before it gets back into the fast open whoop section. All right, got a little downhill, and then it's off to the races here. And I just got to keep him close. If I can keep him close, then the next hard section, I know I'll be able to take him down. All right, Trixie, let's go, girl. There's some whoops coming up, and you'll see just how fast we're going through the whoops. Right here. These are big whoops. We're just flying through them, flying over them. It's just crazy. I'm staying right on his butt. So as he goes over the ridge here, I'll count. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 seconds behind him. That's pretty good. It's really not that far. Now when you're watching on GoPro here, it always looks like you could just go a little faster. It'd be no problem. But I'm giving it all I got, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually pretty proud of myself for this race. I was moving pretty darn quick. Trixie, she was holding up just fine. Guys, stay up with John now. Don't let him get away from you. These guys are quick out here. These guys, they're used to racing fast in the desert. And I do a lot of slow training, so I get so used to going slow, picking my way through the rocks and obstacles and climbing, going over trees and stuff like that. And I forget Trixie, she likes to move, and I just gotta twist the throttle and she's gonna go. It's fun racing desert racing. It's like, it makes you a more well-rounded rider, because then you can ride the slow, hard stuff, and then you get out here and you can ride the fast stuff as well. All right, folks, we got some terrain coming up here. Checkpoint 1, lap 3. Get around here and stall the bike. Yeah, I know, that's what I do. It's classic 4-stroke maneuver right there. It's textbook stalling out your bike right there. You're coming in too high of a gear and she just flames out immediately, so my bad. All right, John's slowing down quite a bit, which he's either getting tired or it's just a little rocky terrain there slowing him down a little bit. But I'm like, all right, I got him in striking distance now. I need to go get him. This is it, all or nothing. We got a straightaway here, and it's just whoever has the balls on these straightaways to twist the throttle more. And that's what I do. I'm gonna go for it. Come on, Trixie, go get him. And look at John's bike. He's just like skipping right over these whoops. They're just going so fast. Get the inside line. Get there, yeah, buddy. Made the pass. That puts me in 4th right now. I don't know that. As a racing, I don't know what position I'm in. But there's 3rd right ahead of me, and I'm like, I'm close. I'm like, all right, let's go get this guy too. I'm catching him quick. That's Jason. Y'all remember Jason from lap 1? He came in really quick there in the beginning, but we caught him. So Jason's right there ahead of me. These whoops are just slowing me down. Oh my God. You got this right-hand curve here, and if you go on the inside, you have these monster whoops. If you went the outside, it's a little smoother. But the big old whoops slowing me down. I almost stalled her out back there if you heard it. Her RPMs are pretty low. Got this little rocky climb once again. Got the cameraman out to the left there, smile for the camera. Those guys are everywhere today. They're just all over the place. Kept nice speed on this climb. Got up right behind Jason here. And, another camera guy. I was looking good right there. But I know it's past. It's only a matter of time. I just got to wait for him to kind of make a mistake. Give me an opening. There it is. Spins his bike out right in front of me. Makes it easy. Poor guy. Yeah, that was the easy one. Now I'm sitting in 3rd place. That's fan-freaking-tastic. I've never been up to the front like this before. Because I don't know that when I'm riding. I'm just going for it, but I'm feeling good. Trixie's feeling good. Riding good. I haven't made too many mistakes other than flaming out on every hilltop. Freaking 4 strokes. Gosh dang.
High gear.
Oh yeah, it's too high a gear. Well, yeah. Coming across, I was probably in 4th or something like that, and it came up. She just didn't have enough power to keep lugging through. Doing good though. All right, can't get past. When you pass someone, you just, all right, can't let them pass me back. Got that fast section right here, going through this valley, and you got that steep drop off the other side. You can see a little bit of a dust cloud still hanging, so there's someone up there. They're kind of far up there, but I got my work cut out for me, and I'm gonna have to go catch them. Got that technical downhill right here, and I'm gonna get down in a hurry. I don't see anyone. I'm looking in the distance as I'm going down, kind of looking out a little bit now and again, but I don't see anyone yet. Just get down this hill. Don't crash, don't make any mistakes. It is steep, and there are these bumpy little rocks here. It's all right. All right, well done. You're down. Off to the races. Get after it, George. Come on. Right here, there's some spectators off to the right, giving them a show. It's going pretty quick through these big whoops there. Got this drop down, hard right, coming in a little wide. It's real sandy there, so you just got to be careful on the throttle there so you don't wash, lay the bike over and wash out. Nice clear skies ahead of me. So I'm going to finish lap 3 here. I don't catch anyone else. And then we're going to start on lap 4. And lap 4 is when I'm going to start seeing a little bit of a dust cloud again. And it starts, getting that excitement going, that drive to go get that guy. Got the big whoops through here. And I got to throw him in there because this one's just a hard hit. It it throws me off. Now that might have bottomed out the front there, and it threw me off my balance a little bit, and it made me go through that bush. Classic move, going through the bush.
Downshift.
Downshift before you stall the bike once again. All right, we're coming up to the end of lap 3, y'all. Got the white flag. That is cool. I like that. That means one more lap to go. Don't fall down through the zig and zags of the little finish line there with everyone watching. Don't be that guy that dumps your bike right in front of everyone. All right, beginning of lap 4 now. And you can see that kind of hanging haze now. Now, we got some lappers on this lap, so we're going to pass some of these lappers. And I'm still got my hopes up. I'm like, all right, I still think I can catch who's ever ahead of me. I'm running out of time now. I can see some dust up there. I'm sitting 3rd right now as we head into lap 4. Well, who's this? There's a lapper up here. This is going to be Ryan. So, Ryan, we're getting a lap on him. Doing really good out here. These guys coming out riding, having a good time. He's riding that Husky. Nice. Thanks, Ryan. He pulls over, lets me on through. Got that little technical rock section coming up through here, and I'm going to snake through this as fast as I humanly can. I think this is as fast as a human can get through here. Look at that. Flying through. Go faster, actually. Twist the throttle. Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. Going through it like a hot knife through butter right here. We got to come over to the ridge, and you got to get a good look down the valley, and there's dust way over there. So we got ways to go. Twist the throttle as much as I can. Come on, Trixie, go get him. Telling you, this is quick, folks. It's look at these are big whoops. They're just like boom, 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 going right through them all. Those are pretty big rollers. I like to see the pros go through, the AA guys, just see how fast they're actually going. Because I feel like I'm flying, but I know the pro guys are they're like double my speed maybe. They're going so much faster. Catching up to Patrick though, you see that dust cloud, it's up there. It looks about like a quarter mile ahead of me right there. But going quick. These are these high speed sand washes here, just these little kind of roads. No little ruts there. They're grabbing the tire. They're really making Trixie go left and right, and you're just kind of wagging along. Well, I'm keeping after, and I'm making up ground. Coming up over the ridge here, and there's checkpoint 1 off to the right. And you can see Patrick's just going around checkpoint 1 right now. So I've made up a lot of ground. Yeah, that's right. You earned that one. Really is putting it down back there, going quick. Get around checkpoint 1 here, get a nice look on the hill. All right, catching up. Patrick, he's going up the 2nd hill right now. He's pressing that 2nd hill line. Nice route. I go right this time. I've gone left all the other 3 times, so this finally I come right. You know, I was thinking about just the race setup here, and I really like it. If you're not a super in shape kind of guy, really this would be a great race for you because they're shorter races, and even the water, like you can do a half a water pack, and so you can ride lighter than you would on a longer race, and you just don't get as fatigued. You're able to attack it more. So it's kind of fun. I like these just hour-long races. Don't kill you. All right, Patrick's right there, going up this little rocky climb once again, and he's got to get kicked out a little bit, so he gets off his balance there, kicks him off the trail, and I catch right up to him. He does a look back, so now I know I'm inside his head. The pressure's on. He's gonna have to get after it a little bit, and then I got to keep the pressure on by staying on his butt. Up ahead, Andrew, he's spun out there on that little climb, the wash. Seemed to be a popular place for everyone to be spinning their bikes out. Gotta carry that momentum. Keep your balance, Andrew. Carry your momentum up the wash. All right, he's gotta stay right on his butt. And he does another look back. Now I know I'm inside his head. All right, get a little closer. Flying through the little rocks right there. I'm like, I gotta stay right on his butt. Either force him to pull over and let me pass, or it's gonna cause him to have a mistake. That was a third look back right there. I'm in his head, I'd say that. So this is good racing here. I love when you find someone. Now he's not gonna let me pass, so I liked it. This is my favorite part of racing, where you got an actual battle between two riders. So we got a fast section up here. He's throwing down. He's trying to put some distance between him and me. And I gotta stay up. I gotta get out of his dust though. So I come to the left, and now I can twist that throttle. I'm gonna start reeling him back in. Really just flying up this hill, get it right up next to him, right where I wanna be. Going down this hard downhill section right here. There's another rider about halfway down. Another Patrick. We got two Patricks now. And the other Patrick's a lapper, so the other guy is gonna force him to go left right there. And that forces him, he slows down, and then I just gotta go for it. Right now, I'm like, this is the chance to make the pass. Getting a little out of control right there, but going through the rocks, keep your balance, George. You can do this. Nice. Made the pass. All right, get after it, because Patrick, he ain't gonna just let you have it. I gotta get in front of him, so I can start throwing some dust in his face and slowing him down. That's the advantage of being out here. I got the clear air in front of me, and then he's got the dust. So I'm doing my best. I'm flying through these big old whoops. I'm like, I can't let off the gas at all, or he's gonna get around me. I gotta put some dust up. So that's what I do. And then I don't want a mistake. So no dump the bike over in the sandy wash turns right there. Now I just gotta finish the race, ride a clean race, no mistakes, and I'll hold Patrick off and keep second place. And hats off to Mike for winning. He is going really fast. He's finished, I think, 2 minutes ahead of me. So he was moving pretty darn quick. Fun race, y'all. If you guys haven't done a dual European Scramble, come check it out. This is course B. So I got course A coming up later. I'm gonna do that in its own video. But good job by the Shamrocks Motorcycle Club. Fun race out here. It was just what the doctor ordered, because anything harder than this or longer than this, and I would have probably been dead for the day. My conditioning is always just so bad. But and then thanks to y'all to come over and said hello. And it's cool that you guys watch the channel, and it's really fun making a good video, and you guys enjoy it. Hope it inspires you to come out and race, or get out and ride some hard stuff and work on your skills and become a better rider. And with that, you guys all know what to do until next video comes out. Get out, ride, and get some.